Hey everybody, welcome to TechMark Gaming. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I use the Chromecast with Google TV to stream games from my PlayStation 5 via remote play. Now this could be useful for a lot of gamers out there that want to keep the PlayStation 5 at home or just keep it in one room and still be able to play the PlayStation 5 titles that we all love on the go. Now for this video, I'll be inside of my bedroom transforming my 65-inch Samsung Smart TV into a remote play powerhouse. Now before I get into the video, be sure to smash that like button, comment below and tell me what games you enjoy playing on your PS5 and subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers like yourself. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now for the gamers out there that want to know what's inside the box, I got you. So as you guys can see, I'm taking off the plastic, and the first thing that I notice is that this is a well packaged box, very organized, and it has a lot of great icons that's going to tell you what's inside of each package, and you have a quick let's get started guide that's going to tell you how to set up the Chromecast. And to add power, we have a USB-C cable that's going to plug into the wall outlet with this 5-watt charging brick. And the best part about these newer Chromecasts is that they come with remotes. The older Chromecast, you had to use a cell phone, and that was getting a little frustrating. As I take it out the packaging, I can notice from my first impressions of holding the remote is that this is very light in the hands and it feels really comfortable. The buttons are clicky and they're easy to navigate. You also get two white AAA batteries that go into the back of the remote so you can easily control the Chromecast with this device. And the star of the show is the Chromecast itself. We're going to take it outside the box, and my first impressions with holding this device is that it feels really nice in the hands. The Google logo is subtle, and if we take a look at the back, we have our power indicator and our reset button. The HDMI connector is non-removable, and this seems really durable, so you're not going to necessarily have any breakage in the future. Next is the setup process. In order to use remote play on the Chromecast, you need a DualSense controller so you can connect to the Chromecast via Bluetooth. Now the TV that I'm going to be using for remote play with my Chromecast is my Samsung 65-inch Class Crystal UHD CU7000. This is a 60Hz 4K display that really gets the job done when I'm watching TV or if I want to browse the internet. If you guys want to see a full review on this TV, be sure to smash that like button and let me know in the comments below. Now we're going to plug in our Chromecast to the back of the TV. You can choose either HDMI port. Just make sure that you know exactly which number you put it into so you can switch it to that signal. Then we're going to get our USB-C cable and plug it into the back of the Chromecast and the other end into the wall outlet. And after a few seconds, you should now have a setup screen with a QR code. Once you download the Google Home app, you're going to click into the prompt that's going to connect the Chromecast with your Google account, and you're going to go through a few more prompts so you can easily set this up correctly. Now once you're done with that process, all we have to do is download the PlayStation app. In order to do that, you'll go into the top search bar and just say PlayStation Remote Play, or you can type it in and you'll see a second icon that says PlayStation Remote Play for TV. We're going to click into that icon and to set the terms and conditions here. And simple as that, all you have to do is click install, and it's going to install the application to your Chromecast. Once you have the PlayStation Remote Play app downloaded, all you have to do is click sign in to PSN, and we're going to have a QR code that we can click into, and we're going to go to the PlayStation app on our phone, and it's going to sign us in that way. Next, you'll click confirm and continue. You'll be greeted with a prompt that says select the controller that you want to use. We're going to use a DualSense controller like I stated before, and the first thing that you want to do is put it in pairing mode by holding down the create and the PlayStation button at the same time for about 10 seconds until you see the light bar flashing blue. Next, we're going to go into the settings on the Chromecast, and we're going to click into remotes and accessories, and you should see that there is a Bluetooth pairing screen. All you have to do is look for the DualSense controller's icon, click it, and it should start pairing. Now we can go back to the PlayStation Remote Play app on the Chromecast, choose our PS5 with the DualSense controller, and as simple as that, we should now be connected. And as you guys can see, we now have the PlayStation 5's home screen on our TV, which is great, and I don't see much lag. There is a little bit of micro stuttering, but this clears up fairly quick. Now for the gameplay test, we're going to play Grand Theft Auto 5. This is playing the story mode just because I like to control my character a lot more easier compared to being online, and there's a lot of toxic players on there, but as you guys can see, everything is running fairly smooth. I'm able to navigate and control my car and characters with ease. And here's a latency test. As you guys can see, I'm moving the camera from left to right, and I don't have any problems or any issues to report to you guys. Especially when I'm shooting around, I can easily shoot my targets and get to the point. If you guys haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5, you are asleep. This is one of the best games that you can play on remote play, in my opinion, because you have so many different activities that you can do, and you can just go around just driving around or, you know, causing mayhem around the city. On top of that, this game is dirt cheap right now, so you guys guys definitely want to check it out before Grand Theft Auto 6 come out next year, which is 2025, and that's around the corner. Now the next game that I'm going to test out on the Chromecast using remote play is Multiverses. As you guys may know in my previous videos, this is one of my favorite games to play just because the animations and the characters keep this game exciting. I really like battling online against people using these different power-ups and all of this crazy stuff that they added into the game. If you guys haven't checked this out, I highly recommend it. And I gotta say, the DualSense controller does not have any vibration, so that is a downside with using a DualSense controller compared to the PlayStation Portal. And if you guys want to see how the PlayStation Portal performs against the iPad Pro, I'll leave a card in the right corner of this video, and I'll leave a link in the description. Now, even though we don't have vibrations inside of the DualSense controller using remote play, there is still support for the haptic triggers. So if you find yourself having to use the R2 or the L2 triggers, then you can easily feel that haptic feedback. Now here's a useful feature. If you press the big PlayStation button on your DualSense controller, you have a prompt where you can go to your control center, your home screen, or you can disconnect your controller. Now the last game that I'm going to test out for you guys is Astro's Playroom. This is one of my favorite games to play as well, because if you're in a bad mood, you can easily pick up this game and just go around the map collecting different items and different collectibles and having a good time while doing it. And now was the best time to play this game all the way through and try to get that platinum trophy, just because there's a new version of this game coming out later this year, which is called Astrobot, and this honestly looks like it's going to blow everybody away that was a big fan of the Astro's Playroom franchise. So if you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend that you go into the PlayStation app or the store and pre-order this game. And another cool feature that I noticed in the DualSense controller is that the gyroscopes still work via remote play. So as you guys can see, I'm able to tilt the controller over and still control my character. This is a really fun game. If you guys have not checked it out, I highly recommend it. If you're streaming your PS5 from another location, you can still take these features with you. Now, besides using remote play, I highly recommend that you guys pick up a Chromecast, just because if you want to kick back and listen to some music or watch some TV like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon TV, you can easily pick up this remote and go to that application with the press of a button. On top of that, you can use Google Assistant to control your TV or your smart home. This is very useful because I have a Google Nest network inside of my home that controls a lot of different appliances. So if you guys want to check this out, I'll leave a link in the description. And if you're interested in my internet setup and how I get the best remote play experience for every device that I have, then be sure to check out my latest video that I just uploaded titled Best Wi-Fi Experience for the PlayStation Portal, so you can be free of lag if you're playing locally or on the go using a mobile hotspot. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button, comment below and tell me what games you like to play on your PS5, and subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers like yourself. In the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Deuces.